Hi and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid room. Today I thought we'd have a look at a couple of the tanks and see what's been happening during April. This is the Costa Rican tank, and if you've seen any of the other videos I'm sure you've seen these before. There is a new pair of fish in here, which is the Panamensis. There's the male and the female. The Panamensis, they have gone through lots of species names over the years. Originally they were thought to be Neotropolis, and then they moved to Archocentratus, then they moved to Cryptoheros, and now they've actually got their own, which is Panameus. They are a really nice Central American cichlid. The males get to about 6 inches, the females a bit smaller, between 4 and 5. Again with these ones, they're quite easy to sex. The female has the spot in the dorsal. If they'll stay still, I'll try to show you. Now there's the female. You can see the nice spot in the dorsal with the iridescent colours. Now there's the male. The male's actually got a bit of damage to his dorsal fin. So they are said to be quite peaceful with other cichlids, but quite aggressive with themselves. So hopefully they will form a pair. They seem to be settling in the tank quite well. They've only been in there a couple of weeks. Robert Stone-Eye, Nicaragüensis, Cichlid tuber. I've been trying to find out more information on the Cichlid tuber, so hopefully I'll be doing a species profile on these in the next few weeks. Tilania mineri. This is the rainbow cichlid tank, and I've also got the grow outs of the Parachromis lewisellii. I don't know whether everybody will know, but the lewisellii has actually been renamed. It turned out that what we were calling lewisellii was originally called the Fredistoli. So the Fredistoli has actually now been renamed into the Multifasciatus. So for a while we did think that they grouped the lewisellii and the Fredistoli together, but they haven't. They are still separate species. It's causing a lot of confusion in the hobby, as you can imagine. So if I refer to these ones as the lewisellii, at least we'll know what we're talking about. They're still quite small at the moment. There are a couple of them growing a bit faster than some of the others, so hopefully there are pairs in there. So it seems a couple of them have got deeper bodies, which I believe is a sign of them being females, and the males are more slender. They are difficult to sex at this size. As they get older, they are easier to sex, and the coloration is actually different. With the male gets a lot more black spot in it, and the female goes more yellow, but does keep the black markings on its lateral line. Since I put the lewisellii in this tank, the rainbows have at last stopped breeding. Well, at least I've stopped seeing fry. So whether or not they're still laying eggs and the lewisellii are having them off, I'm not too sure. did put a couple of the grow outs in here as well, which I think are 2 males. But it's quite strange because they've kept a dark coloration as if they're still stressed, but they've been like this for a few weeks now, so I'm not quite sure. But you can see the original 5 that I had, I've got the golden yellow colour, and the 2 grow outs that I've put in there, though they are of size, they have kept a dark colour. The other ones to show you, it's the Madagascan, the Pollini, the Starry Night Cichlid. And this is what I believe to be a pair with the male. He's gone the olive colour again at the moment. 5 minutes ago he was jet black. See if we can find the female. So the female's still got a dark coloration with the iridescent spots. She has a bit of damage to her tail. The way scrapping again the other week, so I had to remove her into another tank for about a week it was, until it healed up. But I've put them back in here and they've been getting along fine. Again with some of the rainbows as grow out, so they're acting as target fish. He is quite aggressive, the male. Whenever you go near the tank he comes straight up. Let's see. He'll follow you around. You put the pipe in there to do the water changes, he's attacking the pipe. Yeah, he decided he didn't like the thermometer in the tank, so, so that's had to go. So hopefully it's all a sign of them getting ready to start breeding. See, he is really aggressive. And this is my wife Steph's grow out tank of the Malawi dolphins. She's getting quite a size now. They're about 2 inches now, these ones. And the Malawi peacocks, the Reuben reds, so they're starting to get some coloration into them now. Right, so on the Morai, the dolphin cichlid, this was one spawn, this. So it was the first spawn as well. So I think there's about 40 of them. You see that the blues are starting to develop in them quite nice. So this is the tank I've got the other Pollini in. So there's what I believe is 1 male and 4 females. It's also got the Geophagus, redhead tapajos in there, and the Standecteri. So there's the male, the Standecteri with his outstanding hump now. And it looks like the females are holding again. There's a couple of Elioti in there as well. Some baby Puteri I put in there when I was trying to cull them. So I put I must have been about 10 in there, and lo and behold, some of them have survived. The Corydorus tuparcus, they're growing on well. Some of the baby Standecteri from last time as well. So this is the Fenestratus. If you remember, there's 2 pairs in here. There's a normal coloration and a pink coloration. All the fry in there are of the normal coloration, If you remember, I did pull some out to grow on, and I left the rest in there thinking that they'd all disappear, but they haven't disappeared and they've actually grown. So they're about 1/4 of an inch in size at the moment. It's quite interesting because I have had discussions with people in the past on whether fry grow quicker if you leave them with the parents or if you take them out and raise them separately. So this is what happens if you leave them with the parents. They haven't been fed special, it's just normal pellet food, frozen food and flake food, and obviously they're feeding off they were feeding off the parents themselves, off the oily slime on the body, as nearly all cichlids do. But yeah, I think I'm going to have a problem with these because there is a lot of fry still in there. It has stopped the normal coloration from spawning again, which I suppose is a good thing. The pink ones did actually try to spawn last week, and they laid all their eggs on this rock here, but the eggs weren't fertilised. They were just white, and then they'd gone again the next day. So this is the grow outs that are pulled off the normal coloration fenestrati. So the 1st of April they were actually born, but you can see the difference in the size. These ones, they're probably about 1/8 of an inch, so the ones in the tank with the parents are twice as big. So I think that firmly puts to rest that the fry do grow quicker if you can leave them with the parents, as long as they don't get hurt. It was the first spawning that I had with these, so I did want to raise some up, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cull them. There's probably, I don't know what, 200 or 300 of them all together with these ones and the ones in the other tank. So as well as the normal coloration, these are the pink coloration ones. There's probably about 200 in there as well. I'm going to have to hope that the Lewisellite grow up quick so that I've got some live food for them. The other fry that I've got growing on the Nicaraguensis. So the parents off these are the F1 from Costa Rica, so obviously that makes these ones F2s. This is a more sensible number to grow on. So there's probably about 40 or 50 in there. So I hope you've enjoyed the little update on what's happening in the fish room at the moment in Jordan April. Not too many new species coming in at the moment. I've probably got about 6 or 7 weeks to try and thin down some of the tanks so I can actually get some more species when Predator Aquatics get them in from Max Cichlids. So if you've not seen my previous video, I've done a rundown on what's coming in of the next Max Cichlids import. If there's any of those species that you're interested in, please do get in touch with Predator Aquatics and reserve them. There are only limited numbers of them coming in. I think the deadline for reserving them is the 23rd of May. And by the time they come in, they're acclimatised and they're quarantined to be ready for collection or for shipping out from the 21st of June. So, see you all next week. Bye.